Welcome to Ekate's Crossing as we look at Ciro Marchetti's decks. First one we're going to look at is the Tarot Decoratif. Okay, so this deck is quite interesting. It's got a sort of a mixture of sort of Tarot de Marseille, Rider-Waite-Smith type energy. I think you can sort of really dive into this deck in many ways. Okay, so let's remove the box that we've got here. And here's the guidebook. Okay, so let's have a look and see what spreads do we have in Ciro Marchetti's books. Okay, so let's have a look at the companion book. So we're looking at page 151. Let's go back to there. Okay, we've got the power of the 10. Part 3 is the power of 10 spread. So it just feels like it's just the power of 10, which has got, okay, this is quite interesting. The power of 10 spread works the same way as the previously described. Oh, okay, there's the power of 5. Oh, okay, so I missed. Where's the power of 5 spread? Oh, okay. So here we've got the power, a daily power of 5 reading, as well as some shuffling and reviewing will take you to. Okay, so we've got question 1. What can I do to advance in my career? This is where for each card interpretation, the number, keyword, suit keyword, and individual card keyword will be listed as an equation. Number, suit, and individual keyword. Okay, so position, what can I do to advance in my career? Position 1, how the issue affected you in the past. Okay, so position 1, how the issue affected you in the past. Position 2, where the issue stands at present. Position 3, how you want the issue to turn out. Position 4, an obstacle. And number 5 is action on your part that may bring about your goal. And there's no actual, oh, here it is here. Okay, so it goes like this. Okay, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 in the center. Oh no, 1, 2, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So 1, 2 in the center, 3 at the bottom, 4, then 5. So number 1, how the issue affected you in the past, where the issue stands at present, how you want the issue to turn out, and then an obstacle and action on your part that may bring about your goal in position 3. So here you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that was quite interesting there. Okay, so there's quite a bit. I haven't really dived into this tarot, but isn't it terrible? I haven't really dived into these books at all. I really got to dive a little bit more into some of these guidebooks. They're amazing, and you just put them to one side and you think, oh yeah, I'll get around to it at some stage. Okay, so we've got 1, 2. Okay, so this is interesting. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You got 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, that's how your cards are laid out. So positions 1 and 2 is how the issue affected you, or the querent, sorry, how the person affected the querent in the past. 3 and 4 is the present. where the issue stands at present. Number 5 and 6 is how you want the issue to turn out. Number 7 and 8 could be an obstacle, and 9 and 10 an action on your part that will help bring about your goal, which is described in position 5 and 6. Okay, so that's quite an interesting one indeed. Very different. So instead of doing one card for each position, you're doing 2 cards for each position. Okay, so let's try this. One, two, three. Whoops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we got 7 and 8. We got 9. 10. So let's have a look and see what it says. Okay, so 1 and 2 is how the issue affects us in the past. So we've got 8 of Cups, walking away, and 5 of Cups, depending on what we focused on. So it feels like it was very much about what we were focusing on at the time emotionally, which really affected us in the past, and which is why we sort of felt like we needed to walk away from something, which feels like we're walking away from something. Okay, so where does the issue stand at present? Movement, moving forward into a new cycle, creativity, creating something, giving birth to something is what I got there. So I think with these 2 cards, as you shift into a new cycle, with these 2 cards reading together, it feels very much about that sense of moving into something new. Felt like you're moving into something new. And it was quite a major thing. That's where we are at the moment. We're moving into something new. We're creating something, giving birth to something new. Very interesting. So how do we actually want this issue to actually turn out? We've got the King of Wands. So we're looking for adventure. We're looking at new possibilities here. Oh, interesting. And with the 8 and moving on, intense and passion. Again, I get that sense of passion, creativity, the sense of moving into something, completing something new. So I do feel like we're moving into something new adventures, new possibility. That's how we want the thing to happen. So what's the obstacle? Ooh, trying to get into control. Interesting with the 5 of Coins. So the 5 of Coins to me is that sense of poverty. So I think it's about overcoming that challenge in regards to being in control of the finances is what I get there. I think that's going to be a real obstacle. So what action, which will help bring about the goal, described in 5 and 6. So you're moving forward. Dealing with conflict. Of hidden knowledge. Conflict to do with hidden knowledge. I think hidden knowledge is causing an inner conflict. It's interesting. So what other keywords do we have? I just want to have a look at what would 5 of batons. What are the keywords here? Action and challenge. So yeah. It's about overcoming those challenges, and I think comes with hidden knowledge. Hidden knowledge to overcome the hidden challenges. Interesting. What an interesting spread when you sort of really dive into it. Yes, you can go into the readings a little bit more, go into each card a little bit more, dive a little bit into, because like they said, you've got to go with the keywords and things. It does talk about the, for example, 5 of Cups is connection and novelty, which is interesting. Change and connection, and with the keywords novelty, change and connection. So Cups is talking all about connections, right? And then 5 is change. So there's changes. So when we look at all the 5s that are going on, we've got a 5 here, we've got a 5 here, and a 5 here, right? So we've got 3 5s going on. So we're talking about a lot of changes going on in the different areas of our life. So we've got changes going on in the connection, 5s going on in action, so quite interesting there. Interesting indeed. So 8s are all about, so what's 8 is about planning. Okay, so what have we got in plans? 1, 2. So that's your big things here. I think 5 is definite, and 8s. The other one's sort of got like the 3 and the 4. Sort of tells us one step at a time, right? And it's pretty major. There's a few people involved. But it's pretty major impact going on here. A lot of major impact. There's a lot of major influence within the situation. Got batons. I think wands, batons are quite prevalent in the situation. Cups, emotional. So very much passion, desires, emotional issues are quite strong. There's no swords, so there's definitely a lack of thought, a lack of plan, a lack of ideas. Even though 8s are about planning, I don't think it's got the logic or the sense. I don't feel it's got the logic, the analytical aspect to the journey at this time. Does seem to be a need to sort of take a moment to breathe for a second and just clear the head. I think a lot of emotions involved. So yeah, some real deep thoughts when you sort of start diving into the cards a little bit more when you've got a spread like this, and spending the time to sort of take a moment to sort of leave it out for a second and just sort of dive into each card, maybe look for a little bit more information, especially when you're reading for yourself. I think it's quite important just to sort of take a moment to sort of, okay, let's dive into this reading a little bit deeper. Let's take a photo, let's write it up in a journal, on a piece of paper or a notebook or a a blog, a vlog, or anything like that, finding a moment to sort of just take your time and sort of reflect on the reading with these spreads are quite neat idea to do. Okay, so that's it from me. Don't forget to check the links down below, check the links on my channel, like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you know when the next video will be uploaded. Take care.